Ladies and gentlemen, as many of us in this hall here are well aware, Sri Lanka's ICT BPM industry is all set to burst with high potential. It generates more than $1 billion in revenue and employs almost 100,000 people currently. And now, the government and stakeholders have set their sights on greater heights for the sector to generate 200,000 jobs and $5 billion in revenue by 2022. Therefore, I'm sure it comes as no surprise as to why the industry has felt a very pressing need to promote a positive image of Sri Lanka's capabilities to the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, to enlighten us further on this timely need of creating and conceptualizing an industry brand, it's now my pleasure to invite on stage the chairman of SLASSCOM and managing director of STAX. Please put your hands together for Mr. Ruwindhu Peiris.
Good morning. What a time to be alive. Unbelievable. If there's only one wish I had, it would be to be 20 years younger. It's going to be a rocker. The next 20 years are just going to be amazing. I have no doubt about that. Mr. Malik, Indira Malawat, thank you so much, Ms. Indira Malawat, for joining us. Industry colleagues, it's an absolute honor and pleasure to be here with you today and to have the opportunity to really kind of talk a few words in terms of really describing the need for this. And in many ways, I'm preaching to the choir. I think we've all been through this. A lot of where we are is obviously on the hinds of some amazing work and outstanding delivery that all of you have really kind of done over the last few years. The next few minutes, really what I wanted to do was to kind of delve a bit into why the brand. Why do we need this, right? As individuals, I think all of you can confess that it's a pretty good industry. All of us have done personally very well, right? We're doing good. Can we do better? Absolutely. Individually, I think all of us feel that there's a lot more that we could do. But as individual companies and individuals, it's a pretty nice place to be right now. And arguably, with or without a brand, I think each of our companies and individuals are going to do well in the future. But I think if you really take a step back and look at it, what's our responsibility? Right? I personally feel extremely privileged and honored to have been born a Sri Lankan and to be part of this nation. And as I kind of look at what's got me to where I am right now, and you look at, the industries that have really propelled and held us up in the last few years, have really been on the heights of the hard work of our mothers and aunties, our sisters, and they've really done their duty to us. Whether it be the tea industry, whether it be about the apparel industry, or some of the foreign exchange that we get from some of the ladies who are traveling outside to help. We've really kind of leveraged them to get to where we are right now. So to me, this is really a responsibility. This is something that we owe to ourselves, to our daughters, and to all the future generations that are coming to really kind of take ownership and really drive the country forward. And I think it couldn't be a better time for us to have actually developed the capability and what we have right now. If you look at where the world is right now, it's an unbelievable opportunity. Everything's getting disrupted. Everything's getting reimagined, right? In many ways, out of necessity, what our industry in Sri Lanka had to make the most out of, given the fact that we didn't have a lot of people and a lot of resources, our focus has always been in terms of value. How do you make the most of what you have? Taking the little that we had and ensuring that that really gave a bang for the buck. And today, if you look at the context of where the world is today, what's valued and what's demanded is absolutely what we have to offer. It's that level of focus, that level of collaborative partnership, of not being able to just take a request and be able to service it, but to actually be a thought partner and to be able to co-imagine new possibilities. That's really the ask. And in many ways, over the last 30 years of this industry developing, out of necessity, we've done exactly that. And it's heartening to see whether it be in the headlines in just the last few days, right? So, I have a personal affiliation because I am who I am today because of my opportunity to be part of Retusa. And it was amazing to see a company that was started in Sri Lanka today being a $1 billion global brand, all based on the ingenuity and the amazing talent that this country has provided. So many more, right? Whether it be IFS, we just had them celebrating 25 years in the country. The president of the country of IFS came in and said, we are who we are because of Sri Lanka. They have 3,000 employees globally. Out of that, 1,200 are hosted in Sri Lanka. Cisco, the world's largest food company, they have selected the country to be their engineering hub to ensure that they are relevant for the next 50 years. So this is not a story that we're just trying to start saying. It's a story that we've been doing. It's a very credible story. It's something that's inherent to who we are. So I think it's an amazing time for us to be bringing all of this together. And I think we have a very clear strategy of where we want to go forward. It's been amazing to work with the government, with all the industry partners, to be able to really kind of look and set our sights saying, hey, where is the future, where is the opportunity? And I think we see it in 3 areas. One is to ensure that we continue setting up the country to be global R&D innovation captive centers. We can do this, we've done it, and there's a lot more opportunity. We also see us as the digital gateway to Asia to be able to expose all the amazing opportunities that the region has to offer to other companies to be able to come in. But I think more importantly, and something that's really growing in the last while, and whether it be the WSO2s of the world that are taking head on the IBMs of the world and defining a new middleware platform of how the world's going to operate. 2, small companies which have 20 people serving 2 million plus companies in terms of their B2C products. We really need to be able to take our intellectual property and our products to the world and really kind of help the world transform. So I'm going to leave you with, it was very flattering, I guess, for A.T. Kearney when they came in and did a study of the country to come and say, Sri Lanka is the hidden gem of IT outsourcing. I think with the efforts that we put together today, what we want to make sure is that we are no more a hidden gem, but really the most sought out in the world. And we have everyone being able to take part of what we have to offer. Thank you very much.